Maybe as you're waking up this morning, you have this craving that is unsatisfied in your life, and maybe you've been trying to satisfy it here or there, and you might be able to do it temporarily, but it always comes back.
Yeah. Feel
This
that.
morning, we're going to spend some time with your morning focus looking at how to permanently be sustained. John 6:35 says, Jesus replied, I am the bread of life. Whoever comes to me will never be hungry again. Whoever believes in me will never be thirsty.
If I had a piece of bread for every time I've heard this verse, I would also never be hungry again. I didn't know the story behind this verse before I looked into it. It's on John 6, and Jesus had just performed the miracle where he feeds 5,000 people using only like 3 loaves of bread and 2 fish or something like that.
Well, a little boy's lunch, right?
Yeah, literally just for the cost of one lunch, 5,000 people fed. And so this crowd who has the same needs that you and I have, I need to pay for groceries, I need to pay for my bills. And so they see, wow, this guy knows how to make food appear out of nowhere. So they're like, wow, he's awesome. Okay. So then they start trying to chase him everywhere to get him to tell them, how did you make this happen? How do you make bread appear from nowhere?
Right. Will you do it again? Essentially.
So they keep asking him, will you do it again? Will you do it again? And he keeps being like, no, I'm not a monkey. Like, that's not what I'm here for. And then they're like, well, look, if you're not going to teach us how to do the miracle, if you're not going to do it, would you teach us how to do the miracle? And what Jesus says is, what God doesn't want from you is to know how to do miracles. The miracle God wants from you is to believe in the Son. Essentially what he's saying is, look, you're missing the point. Yes, you're going to have the need to pay for your groceries. You have these problems, and I know you're focused on fixing these problems, but know that your much bigger problem is the fact that you need to be sustained by something that's a lot more permanent.
Yeah, it's so easy, I know in my own life, to try to fill that void with things. For me, it was food for a long time, maybe even shopping. There are lots of things that maybe even temporarily satisfy that need in your life.
And not even necessarily bad things.
Right, yeah, not even bad things. Sometimes even just going to church, right? But if the focus isn't that relationship with Jesus, that is all temporary, and you end up hungry or thirsty again. And that's why I love the promise in this verse that if we will just go to Jesus and have that relationship with him, God will sustain you.